Lara, there's the problem. I mean, you could see it pointed out very clearly there by the prosecutor. We have a number of eyewitnesses who testified to what happened between the two of them. We have the video. Now, the video is not the clearest thing in the world, but it doesn't, at least to my eyes, support what he's saying on the stand right now. And certainly it doesn't match up with what we heard from eyewitnesses. And that's going to be problematic for him.
Oh, my goodness, it's going to be problematic. I mean, it's pretty obvious. There's four witnesses who say his hand went up. And it wasn't just a reactionary going up. That's pretty clear. Reactionary is where when you're moving backwards, your hand slightly goes up. I mean, this had to go up really high to hit Clearman in the eye, in the face. And I mean, he tried to answer that, but he didn't really have a good answer. This lunging forward was not enough. You've got four witnesses who saw this. You've got a video that doesn't discredit these witnesses and what they saw. And you've got a problem. He should have stuck to his original story, which was this was in self-defense. He might have had a much better shot than saying that this was an accident, because his statement that it was an accident is really not believable.
Yeah, and you know, it just sort of goes against all that his defense has been arguing up to this point, which again raises questions. The other issue that this jury got to hear a lot about on cross-examination was the fact that he fled. And we know that there's going to be a jury instruction that says they can look at that and interpret it as consciousness of guilt. And it talks all about what he did. And he tried to claim that he was looking for an attorney, trying to raise some money. But again, it doesn't line up with his actions. So that's another hurdle that he's going to have to overcome in terms of what this jury is going to be deliberating about.
Correct. When someone flees, that's considered, I mean, the jury consider that as a consciousness of guilt type evidence, which is exactly what the jury instruction is going to say. Now, is there a way to explain that away? Maybe there is. I mean, people get scared. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're guilty. People can get scared and flee because they don't want to be in custody. They don't want to have to, they don't want to be in the system defending against serious charges like this. The whole experience, the entire experience can be horrific. And so the defense maybe can explain it in different ways and can explain that, he was trying to raise money and he was trying to get a lawyer. And whatever the explanation is. But at the same time, the jury, if they don't find him very credible on the rest of his testimony, will see this as evidence of consciousness of guilt.
Absolutely. Do you think you would have been better off not taking the stand at all, Lara?
Maybe. In this case, he did need to take the stand because the argument or the defense was self-defense. No one else can explain it better than him. But honestly, the way he did on the stand is so bad that maybe he would have been better off not taking the stand.
Yeah, I think they had a solid case without him taking the stand, but they made that promise from opening statements. So you have to deliver at that point. And again, you got to know your defendant. I think getting to know him now seems like it might have been a better choice not to put him on the stand. All right, Lara, stand by.